Thank you for watching this intro video. Before I get into how the Citadel is targeted for December 17th, 2022, I need to go into a brief 5-minute tutorial for anybody who does not know what gematria is. Gematria is simple. It's a way to turn words into numbers, and the way you do that is by simply assigning a number to a letter. Like this. Type in a word on this online calculator. This is at gematrinator.com. I don't own the site. I don't get any money for sending you there. But go to that free calculator and type in a word like gematria. You will get a bunch of numbers. These are different ciphers or codes by which to turn words into numbers. The simplest is English ordinal, 74. You can see you just add, or you assign a number 1 to letter A, number 2 to letter B, 3 to C, etc. And you add them all together and get 74 for the word gematria. That's the simplest way to do it. You could also start at the back of the alphabet, assign 1 to letter Z, 2 to letter Y, 3 to letter X, etc. And in that cipher, gematria comes to 142. So these are different ciphers using the English language. There's also English extended and its reverse. There are 2 case-sensitive ciphers, that's Francis Bacon and Frank Baconis, and their reverses. There's a satanic cipher and its reverse. There's Jewish, and the rest are mathematical. Prime numbers, triangular numbers, square numbers, Fibonacci numbers. That in a nutshell is gematria. I only use 20 different ciphers. That's about half of what are on the website. But that's how it works. Now this is the old calculator that the owner of the website decided to sell back to us for $4 a month. God bless him. You would see the free calculator that looks like this. It's pretty much the same, just the names are different. Jewish has become Latin. Don't know why that is. Other than that, it's identical. So you could follow along with everything I show you if you want to, for free. So we turn words into numbers, and then the numbers are matched with time durations. And that is the sick game that a cult called the Freemasons like to play. They're the ones doing everything. Best shown by example. We'll start with Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs died on October 5th, 2011, as you see here. What if we take the duration of time? One way to do it is in years and days, 11 years and 7 days until December 17th, 2022. What might that tell us? Apple Computer Incorporated in the satanic cipher. 1174, 1174. So we have turned this phrase into a number and then matched it with a time duration. Of course, we didn't do it. Other people did it. We are just uncovering it. I am showing it. This, if you can understand this, this is everything I'm talking about. I have an entire video on Major League Baseball, but here's one example. Barry Bonds, his record home run, number 762, set September 5th, 2007. 762 spells Columbia University in Latin, Universitas Columbiae. What if we date from this home run to December 17th, 2022? We get Universitas Columbiae. And the full name of that university is Columbia University in the city of New York. Looks just like Barry Bonds. Now might be a good time to mention that 4 digits is my standard, at least. As these numbers get higher and higher, they get harder and harder to achieve. Something like 5,582, you can search a long time before you find something. Whereas the high 3 digits are still acceptable, not really as good as 4 digits. Anything less than, a few hundred could be a coincidence and isn't really worth anything in my opinion. A few more examples before we get to the Citadel. Remember the Oklahoma City bombing? Happened on April 19th, 95. First, we're going to sync with September 11th, 2001, and then we're going to sync with December 17th, 2022. What do we get when we sync with September 11th, 2001? New York City, Monarchy of the United Kingdom. 2337, straight number of days. If we include the end date, we get 2338. That's what include end date means. It just means you start your counting at 1 instead of 0. Two equally valid ways of doing it. But anyway, New York City makes sense because they were hit on September 11th, 2001. Monarchy of the United Kingdom was not. So why is that synchronized here? Because this building that got blown up in Oklahoma is called the Alfred P. Murrah Federal Building. Looks a lot like Monarchy of the United Kingdom. That's the point. And now we sync with December 17th, 2022, 2774. New York University, Grossman School of Medicine. And I have an entire video on that target. You're probably seeing the point. Let's do one more example before we get to the Citadel. The Chernobyl, quote, disaster took place on April 26, 1986. And 1986 happens to spell something nuclear, a concept we'll see in the next video, mass energy equivalence. The Masons have a motto: circumscribe our desires and keep our passions within due bounds. This is the Masonic logo, in case you didn't know, and this is one of their mottos. I think it's their main motto. What we're going to do is sync Chernobyl to 2001, September 11th, and then sync it to December 17th, 2022, the day I'm telling you to avoid. What do we get? Circumscribe our desires and keep our passions within due bounds. Hits both these days. Incredible. One of them's already come true. Don't mess around with the other one. So that's gematria. That's how it works. Now we're going to get into the Citadel. What do the death of Princess Diana, the assassination of President Kennedy, and the founding of Israel all have in common? They're all synced to the same day and the same place, the Citadel. Princess Diana, we'll start with her, died August 31st, 97, in the wee hours of the morning. We sync that date with December 17th, we get the Citadel, the Military College of South Carolina. Its full name. We're nearly at 10,000 here. Very, very rare to get a number like this. And it's a prime number, the 1145th prime, and that spells Holy City. In other words, Charleston, where the Citadel is located. It's called the Holy City. The Citadel is in Charleston, and Diana was married to a guy named Charles. Now, on to President Kennedy. He was assassinated November 22nd, 1963. Sync it with December 17th, 2022. Paget Thomas Barracks. And according to Wikipedia, that's the main building at the Citadel. On to the founding of Israel. May 14th, 1948. Sync that with December 17th coming up. 7474 South Carolina Corps of Cadets. That's the Corps of Cadets at the Citadel. When you look at these side by side, I think it's pretty heavy. These are not minor events of the 20th century. The death of Diana, the assassination of Kennedy, the founding of Israel. These are major events. Everyone knew where they were when Kennedy was assassinated. Everyone knew where they were when Diana died. All synced to the same day and the same place. The Simpsons, we are going to be seeing a lot of them in this video series. They had an episode about the Citadel. It was called The Secret War of Lisa Simpson. And look what it means. Paget Thomas Barracks. There they are in their military uniforms. The guest star was Willem Dafoe. And he looks just like the Citadel, the military college of South Carolina. I did not see this episode. I just know about it and I decode it. Sync it to December 17th, The Citadel. Now this episode, The Secret War of Lisa Simpson, it was based on the real-life story of Shannon Faulkner, the first female admitted to the Citadel. Bright idea there. And look at her name. Perfect candidate for South Carolina Corps of Cadets at the Citadel, don't you think? Makes you think. But not as much as this. She went to the Citadel her first day, August 15th, 95, according to Wikipedia. What will we get if we sync that date with December 17th? Shannon Faulkner. You can check all these yourself for free at gematrinator.com. If you doubt it, check it for free in 30 seconds. It would be very stupid of me to lie to you. Do you see why I'm making these videos? Do you see why I'm concerned? If this doesn't speak to you, if you think this is stupid, a waste of your time, I'm sorry I wasted your time. Don't watch any more of my videos. If this does speak to you, please watch the rest of the videos, and you will not be disappointed. There is a reason the Citadel was targeted on this day. It fits the theme, and that theme is very similar to what happened on September 11th, 2001. In the last video, I get into the theme. Until then, my first 4 videos, including this one, are going to be for the 4 targets that I've found for December 17th. Then I have 2 videos just on Major League Baseball and England and Israel because there's just so much to show about those 2. No new targets, just more to show. And then the final video, I explain the theme as I see it that ties everything together. Don't skip ahead. Please watch the other videos in order and then watch the final one. And one last clue here. What's special about this date? One clue. You could rate December 17th as 1712 or 1217. Jesus of Nazareth, Emmanuel. Watch the rest of the videos to hear the full story. Thank you for watching.